for an iconic designer, pioneer in Kenyan fashion. She has mixed with the high and mighty and dressed three first ladies, Margaret Kenyatta, Lucy Kibaki, and I forgot Mama Ngina Kenyatta as well. Her passion for African fashion has put her on an international pedestal where she also got to win international awards, and she represented East Africa in Mnet, Mnet Face of Africa, and last but not least, she showcased her collection in New York Fashion Week. How spectacular. I feel privileged to wear her collection today. Welcome guys to the show. The iconic fashion designer, flamboyant, award-winning, whom we're gonna interview today is Sally Karago. She invites us to her home to have a look around and to have a conversation. This is exclusive. And I must say you're looking stunning. Is that part of your collection?
Yes, it's part of my collection.
And your accessories. There's one thing that you're always, that's your signature look.
It's my signature look.
Sally, are you going to give us a tour of your gorgeous home?
Yes, let's go at the entranceway.
So that they can have a
sneak peek of who's Sally, or what's behind Sally, and where I've come from.
And where you get your creative juices from.
Get all these creative juices from. And like I always told you, I was telling you before, that my husband is an architect too. Yes, so we work together. So we're both in the art world. Yes. So we help each other in choosing pieces, as you have seen around the house. Yeah. Yes, you know, all these different pieces.
Wow.
Yes. And we also get guidance. We also get interior designer guidance. And one of the person I'll never forget, his name was, I think he's still around. His name is Henry West. Yeah, you'll find his workshop down Mombasa Road.
Okay. He is an interior designer?
He's an interior designer.
So he's helped you create this space. Beautiful space.
This space, yeah. He comes with his ideas and tells us what should be placed what and that kind of thing. Nice. Yes.
Oh, guys, you can't wait to see what this space looks like. This is just a sneak preview of what you're yet to see. I have something for you, Sally.
All right.
Just give me a minute. Let me get it for you. This is for you. Thank you for inviting us into your space.
And thank you, Naila, for giving me this.
Yes.
I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes.
And you water it only once a week.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's a beautiful pot.
Thank you.
It's a cactus or?
Yes, it's a cactus.
It's a baby cactus, yeah?
Yes, it's a baby cactus.
Thank you.
Then you'll have beautiful memories of our show, Art of Living.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Let me place it there.
Yeah.
And we shall always remember to water it when we see it all the time.
Exactly.
Okay, then.
So this is your entryway.
So this is our entryway.
Okay.
Yes.
I love the art pieces here. I love what you've done with the colors. Talk to me briefly about your idea behind your entryway.
We've been in this house since 1994, and we didn't have this entranceway. This is something that was created. Like I told you, my husband is an architect.
Yes.
So he extended the house, and we actually, he came up with what's it called, an entranceway. Yes. And once you come into an entranceway, we have an entry place where you meet your guests and that kind of thing. Yes. All the pictures here in this area were actually done by an Asian girl called Vijaya. She did a lot of pieces for the ex-president Clinton. Wow. Yeah, she really was elevated.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's Kenyan?
She's an Asian, yeah, Kenyan. And for all the carpets that you will see from henceforth, everything is a passion carpet.
It's a passion.
They're all passion carpets.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and it's something that we have always desired. You know, when you're growing up and you're youngly married.
Yes.
And there are those things that you desire to have later in your life. And then we come into another room. And this room it's our first sitting room, actually. It came with the house when we bought this house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it have any memories?
Yes, it does. Because it was our first big sitting room, let's say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But what we did is that we changed it. Yeah. As you can see, we changed it. We put a bit of gypsum. Yeah, gypsum was not something that was really known in those days.
Yes.
But now everybody's doing gypsum.
Yes.
But we wanted ours different, and the way it has been curved, and also a lot of lighting in this room. As you can see, there's no window in this room. So the lighting helps us to light this place. Yes, and this is now where we had Henry West come, and he just designed everything from the furniture
okay.
to
So the
all
chairs
the stools.
are from here.
Yeah, he designs them. He chooses the fabrics.
Okay.
And all those sort of things.
I love the fact that you have white creamish walls and you've adorned them with these incredibly beautiful art pieces.
Yes.
That they're all themed African.
Yes, they're all themed African. Yes, and we looked into history.
Okay.
As you see that the lady there is how our ancient or our grandparents, that's how probably most of the women behaved, you know.
Yes.
And then we have obviously the Maasai man, who we all know,
Yes.
and what they do.
Yes.
So we try and depict from every type of culture to display in this place. And obviously the big five.
Yes, the big
My
five, a masterpiece.
My
Wow.
son loves the big five. Yeah. So that was our masterpiece in this room.
Please.
And our fireplace.
Okay.
And you can see that even here I still have vases.
Yes.
Yes. So vases is a signature in this home.
It's a signature in
And we
this.
always try and pick anything that is African to adore in our house or adorn our house. Yeah.
That reminds me about your fashion and what you've worked so hard over the
Yes.
many years.
Yes.
You've really tried to grow the African fashion.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
here in Kenya.
Yes.
And I can actually see why it is so important that even in your home you've reflected the same thing.
Yes, because I believe in promoting what is African.
Okay.
Whether it's in art, whether
Yes.
it's in beadwork,
Yes.
whatever that's African, whether it's the tailors who make these clothes. Yeah. So everything that I do, I love doing it from Africa.
Your textures, your colors are luxurious,
Yes.
epic, comfy, and so cozy. Guys, this lady is so classy, to say the least.
Okay, then we can go to another living room.
Okay.
The house literally reached here, and so all these areas that we are entering now are all part of an extension of the house. Yeah. So this is just another living room.
Something about your art pieces, they speak volumes. I mean, I'm looking at that, looks like a storm. That is a calm sea right there. What inspired the aesthetics in this space?
Number one is a space. And as you can see, we have like large windows in this room.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we have these really big sofas. When you have boys and you have, young growing up boys,
Yes.
they like space, So this was a room that my sons grew up, and they loved the fact that we had like really wide chairs.
Okay.
Yeah, so the inspiration, especially with the pictures that you see on the wall, is that we decided to look at some of the stories in the Bible where Jesus spoke about storms, because in life we always have storms.
True.
Yes. And what do you do with your storm? And I believe it's the attitude towards the storm, because one time a storm must still. It will
Agreed.
come down.
Agreed.
Yes. So this,
I love that.
You love that, eh?
I love that. You
Yes.
know, just pause and guys, did you hear that? In every storm,
Yeah.
at some point,
Yes.
the storm will come.
We must come down.
So no matter what you're going through in life, the storm will come down.
Yes.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And this one last thing I just want to say, as they zero in on that bicycle.
Yes.
That was my husband's idea. It was his bicycle, his first thing that he did with wrought iron when he was a bachelor.
Wow.
Back in the 80s.
Wow.
So that's a special piece.
That's a treasure.
Yes, a treasure.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And was this inspired by you only, or your sons had anything to do with this?
No, mostly it's my husband and I. Okay. Yeah, they were still very young.
I've noted these ships.
Yes.
They are so outstanding.
These sheeps, like I said, they are special to my husband.
Okay.
Yeah, he loves shapes. Yeah.
Alright.
You know when you're a child, people used to build shapes, or you buy those shapes in the streets.
Yes.
But as you grow up,
Yeah.
those dreams, you live your dreams, and then you get your shape.
So this is like your big doll house.
Yeah. now you bring it into an area.
So he gets this.
He gets that.
He gets his shapes.
Yes.
You
and
get your
I
art.
get my vases and my artwork. Yes. So we work together. Yeah, we coordinate. We never do anything without the other one knowing. So we walk into this room, and this room is our dining room.
Okay.
This is the room that when we sit together as a family that we enjoy. Yeah, it's also something that was also designed by Henry West.
Lovely.
This table, and also he picks all the textures of our chairs. Yeah, and this
feel amazing.
We've never changed our textures for the last probably even 14 years. Yeah, so he has good taste and textures.
I see more space.
Yes.
Where are we going to now?
So we're going to another living room.
How about a number of living rooms where you can play around with different themes? You are rather extra, my goodness. This lady is so fabulous. She loves finer things in life. So why leather seats?
This is a room that we did have rooms out of fabrics, but what we saw was that our dogs love to eat fabric. So we decided to get rid of that furniture and bring into leather chairs. So some dogs can come and play in the house or even sit with me.
I see your lighting too, lighting fixtures there. The chandeliers have the same theme that fits perfectly into the space.
This room.
Yeah.
As you can see, they also have something ethnic about them.
Yes.
Yes. So this is also a room that also introduces us to things that are also made in Kenya, or things that we can borrow within Africa, like the cane. Cane is very African. Yes, like all these things, the rhinos, all this decoration is also it's very African.
So that's your workstation.
That's my workstation.
Oh, lovely. Let me come and have a look. You're doing patterns here?
Yes. This is a place, as you can see, my home is very quiet.
Yes.
And because of all the quietness and nobody coming to tell me one thing or the other, this is where all the creativity comes from.
The creativity juices.
Like the top you're wearing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is where now I sit down and do the patterns.
Lovely.
So as a fashion designer, you need to have the tools. And how do you get to this tool is to also go to school to learn how to use what it is that you want to do, so that you can perfect that what you do. Okay. Yeah, so it is important, like I always tell designers, that you must have some sort of tool or some sort of education regarding fashion. Yes.
I think you've worked so hard to ensure that the next generation picks after you, the pioneers like yourself.
Yes.
You've dressed first ladies, say Margaret Kenyatta, Lucy Kibaki, and Mama Ngina.
Yes, I have.
That experience, I'm sure, was amazing.
It was.
How was that experience for dressing first ladies? How are you proud that you've done that?
Yes, of course, I think it was a moment in my life that to dress women who are powerful, people who are recognized across the world, and you're a young designer and you're growing. Yeah, so this also boosted my, I was encouraged that, this kind of people could wear things from me. So that also boosted my gifts and my talents. Yes. So that was good.
You started marketing school in 90s. You were busy impacting the next generation.
I started Markets Unlimited, and then I started the school in 2009. Yeah, in 2009 May. Yes, and it was something that was placed in me, And it was something that I had written as a girl, that one day I will open a fashion school. Because remember, I schooled overseas. So I saw that what the students were getting in our nation was not enough. So why not bring London to Kenya?
Wonderful.
Yeah, and not charge enormous school fees,
Yes.
but train our students to compete in the international world.
Fantastic.
Yes, and we got an opportunity as the years went by, and there's a time we were invited by Gucci.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, yeah, and one thing I must say is that we also won the East African Best Fashion School
Look at that.
in East Africa
Look at
as
that.
Markensal
Yeah.
School of Fashion Design. I am proud to say that our students, yes, whatever they learn from the school, they must live out as entrepreneurs.
Look at that.
We want to create entrepreneurs in this nation.
Very good.
Yes, and that is my dream, because I remember when I came to school, no one was ready to employ me. So what? Was I going to hold my hands and
No.
sit in my mother's house?
No.
Was my mom going to allow it?
No.
So I had to become an entrepreneur.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Where next?
So let's go down to our entertainment room.
Excuse me, lady.
Yes, let's
do
go. So this is the entertainment room, as you can see.
It's spectacular, so splendid. Wow.
Thank you.
What caught my attention is that.
Clock.
Yes.
Now, everything about this room, as you can see, is about a ship. Yeah? You find this as an anchor in the in a ship.
Okay.
Yeah, you find a clock in a ship. Yeah, and also this was it's a bigger clock. Yeah, yeah. So the all ideas about this room is about a ship. Yes, and also the pictures in this room, as you can see, it's about sunset and
At
those
the
sort of
sea.
things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is a place that we all love to stay, but this is one of my favorite rooms and spot. And because you can look up into the sky when you're dreaming, you know, yeah, you can see up to the sky, yeah, and just enjoy a moment by yourself. This is where you can have a meeting with yourself.
Do you have any regrets in life?
At my age, no.
Any
I can't
insecurities?
think. I can't think of any regrets. All I can say is that in this life and the life that God has given me, have I done my very best? Yeah, yeah. That's what I would ask
Have you
myself.
found your purpose?
Yeah, of course I've found my purpose. My purpose, I found it when I was a child. Yeah, but I didn't know it was going to be in the fashion industry. Yes. So when I was 12, that is when I believe I found my purpose. That I was going to be, at that time we used to tailor. We used to call them tailors. I knew I was going to be a tailor. But later, as we went into school, then I knew I was going to become a fashion designer. So we'll just walk out just for a minute. I want you to meet one of my favorite dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Nyla, let me introduce you to my favorite dog.
What a beautiful dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
Husky. And her name is Wendy.
Wendy.
is a lovely dog, and we love her quite a lot.
Oh,
Yes,
my goodness.
yes, and I'm glad that you have come and met my favorite dog.
And your friend.
And my friend,
Your best friend.
My best friend, I love him.
Sally, you are such a phenomenal woman. The
Thank you.
character
Thank
in
you.
each space,
Thank
the
you.
theme in each space
Yes.
has just sparked something
Okay.
in each one of us.
All right.
And the fact that you love God has also created. Oh, hello, Wendy. Hello, good doggy. And that marks the end of our fabulous show. Thank you, Sally Karago. We are waiting for what next.
Okay. Okay.
What's coming next?
We'll let you know.
Guys, thank you for watching. It was a splendid time here at Karago's. Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember to follow me at Miss Nylante across all platforms and KTN Home across all platforms. And watch Art of Living show every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. God bless you and keep it here at KTN.